Hi folks, Canadian Prepper here, back again with even more offbeat, novel survival gear, unique stuff you probably haven't seen anywhere else, and I'm excited to show it to you, and we're gonna find out and determine once and for all what's a gadget and what's a gimmick. Let's get to it. All right, so let's just say the world goes to hell in a handbasket and there's all of this fancy industrial equipment lying around. I'm talking about bobcats, backhoes, heavy duty equipment. What are you gonna do with that equipment? Maybe you need to borrow that equipment. Well, guess what? You can order on Amazon. You can order for the low price of only $30 or $40 a set of keys for almost every industrial heavy duty piece of equipment on the market, and they will send you all the keys because they all take the same key. Isn't that kind of stupid? Anyways, there's a variety of different ones on Amazon. I will post links in the comment section below, and they just provide you with all kinds of keys. I don't know how this is a thing. I don't know how this is even legal, but apparently it's a thing. And thank the Chinese for giving us the keys to the Mad Max kingdom. All right, so as some of you know, my favorite brand of solar panel happens to be PowerFilm. They're made in America, they are flexible, they're incredibly durable, and their photovoltaic efficiency is even high in low light conditions, something that can't be said for their mono and polycrystalline counterparts. This is just an amazing piece of equipment, which is why it's so damn expensive. The problem is, it's not as weatherproof as some people would like. It's not really suited to marine type environments if you want this on a boat, or if you live in a region where you want to permanently install something and you don't want to worry about hail or rain. The same type of technology is implemented in a more waterproof system that PowerFilm sells. You can get these at Canadian Preparedness. These are thin film amorphous silicon solar panels. Now the cool thing about these solar panels, while they're not as efficient in good sunlight, I do say that in the sense that you need more surface area of this type of solar panel to collect the same amount of light as you would for a monocrystalline. So if this was a monocrystalline panel, it would only have to be half the size. But because this has more surface area and because the way the array is set up, it will still function in low light environments. So right now, when it's totally overcast, this thing is still going to generate electricity. The other added benefit, and perhaps most importantly for some, is durability. These solar panels are second to none in terms of durability. And it's to do with how the individual solar cells are configured. So it's configured that if any part of this panel is compromised, the panel as a whole will continue to work, albeit at a lower output power. So if you were to say get shot at, and you could shoot at this, you could poke all kinds of holes in it, you could puncture it, and it'll still work, albeit at a lower output wattage, okay? So that's something that's very cool, and it's got the grommets on there. It won't fit in your bug out roll like some of the PowerFilm systems will. So they do give you a few adapters. You get the 15-foot extension cord with battery terminal adapters. So if you want to attach this to a lead acid battery, you can do that. Or they also have a 12-volt adapter, female charger, so you can plug your 12-volt devices and charge them directly from the sun. They only recommend needing a charge controller if it's over 100 watts, okay? So this should be perfectly fine for that. If you want more information on PowerFilm solar panels, I'll post a link in the description. I wasn't sold on the idea at first, but the more I use it, the more practical it seems. So what this is they're calling it a 70-liter compressible, weatherproof gear management solution with a wide ridge opening for easy access, a secure, stowable, and modular lid, and straps for easy carry in a variety of different configurations. What the hell do they mean by that? Well, it's a glorified box that compresses It's compatible with your slat walls. It is meant to be durable, waterproof, and there's a lifetime warranty. So let's see what all the fuss is about. I have a feeling that soccer moms are gonna like this all around the world. You can see it's got that vinyl window on the side with a gauge of vinyl that I think is slightly less than our bug out rolls, a testament to the quality of our bug out rolls. And once again, you just snap that down. It's kind of satisfying doing that. You can put the lid on like so when it's not in use. So you could stow it away and you could just pop it open just like that. And the interior system has these rails that you can attach different pockets to. So this is made to, you know, this is not to be tactical badass. This is made to be functional and practical, right? You can buy a variety of different pockets that you can hang over the side. This is a great like beach box, if you want to call it that, but it's more than that. I could see this being used on expeditions. It can convert into a backpack configuration. Some people put them on their roof racks to carry their stuff because of course it is very water resistant. It's incredibly simple in its design, but it also has quite a few unique features. So there's more space in here than a large expedition pack, which is crazy because it doesn't seem like a lot of space until you start putting a lot of stuff in. So the guys who built this, they wanted it to be rugged as hell. So you can pressure wash it. You don't have to be nice to it. You can throw it on the ground. I mean, I would exercise a little bit of caution with this vinyl window here that you can see through. Otherwise, it's meant to be something which you can mount to a vehicle and it's still going to keep your gear protected. Let me know if you guys have any opinions on this product. Is it a gadget or is it a gimmick? My initial thought is that it's a gimmick, but oftentimes with things like this that don't seem that great at the start, it's not until you get to using them that you realize, man, that's a really good product. Like something like this, you take it out into the field, you beat it up a little bit, and you know, you realize the resilience of something like this, kind of like those Yeti coolers. So check it out. Okay, so there's 4 main classes of freeze-dried food. One of those is dog food that you don't see here, which is 90% of freeze-dried companies. That is the stuff you keep a limited supply of it if you want to force confessions and torture your enemies after it hits the fan. We don't sell that stuff. We only sell the good stuff. Now, there's 3 other main classes. One is the ready-to-eat stuff, which is your meal packs, your things like these astronaut ice cream sandwiches or our copious freeze-dried smoothies. The other class is what the government puts in their bunkers and what the elites stockpile. This is the wholesale freeze dryers. We've interviewed the owner of the company before, Steve Syros, and they freeze dry the big stuff. So if you want whole patties, if you want whole chicken thighs or ground beef or anything like that. The other alternative, and usually when you see freeze-dried food in a bucket, be prepared to gag yourself because it's going to taste like shit. This stuff is an exception. It actually tastes good and it has a 25-year shelf life. All of this stuff is going to last for 25 years or more. Realistically, you're probably going to be able to dig this up from the ashes of the old world 100 years from now, and it's still going to be very palatable and nutritious. NutriStore offers what wholesale freeze dryer offers, only in smaller amounts. So all of the stuff that they sell is smaller portions. It's easier to freeze dry stuff when it's broken down into cubes. So you can get all kinds of things like pepper jack cheese, you can get different types of meat, you can get different types of fruits and vegetable buckets. The telltale sign that you're about to invest in food that you're not going to want to consume when the end of days comes is that there's no meat in it. Because for a company to be able to sell meat, it requires all kinds of licensing and it's just a more complicated process, which is why a lot of those shady freeze-dry companies, they don't want to make the commitment to putting meat in their freeze-dried buckets. So they'll call it chicken flavor or beef flavor. So you'll buy it, you'll see the word chicken on the front, and then in small letters it will say flavor. You'll think you're getting actual meat protein, but you're not. So NutriStore, really good company. They're actually the ones that make Peak Refuel. So all the ingredients from Peak Refuel are present in NutriStore. Go get some, CanadianPreparedness.com. All right, so everybody needs fire to keep warm, to cook their food, to heat up their water, but not everybody wants to be burdened with going and collecting firewood. It's a pain in the you-know-what. So we use concentrated fuel sources, specifically propane or kerosene, in order to do that. Now for us off-gridders, us overlanders, preppers, survivalists, we like things compact. So those big 20-liter cylinders that you use with your barbecue, it's not always compatible with our lifestyle. So most people will go with one of these 1-pound propane canisters. The problem is they're expensive, they're not environmentally friendly, you have to dispose of them, they require a special disposal method, and they don't really provide you enough fuel for beyond 24 hours worth of needs. So last year we introduced the gas growler, which is a small 5-pound propane tank. It's the perfect size for a small vehicle for off-grid emergency winter purposes. If you wanted to power something like a Mr. heater like this will allow you to run this Mr. heater on low for a couple of days. This, you're lucky if you get maybe 7 or 8 hours. Now, if you want to step it up, you can get the Gas Growler X, which is twice the size. They both come in this very handy case, both certified. It's a lot cheaper to fill this up at the gas station than buying these at the hardware store. Or you can go one step further, and this is the Cadillac of propane cylinders. This is called the Gas Growler X Comp. It is made of a composite material, so it's ultra lightweight. I mean, this thing is virtually weightless, okay? I can do that with this. I can do lateral raises with this. Can I do that with this? I can, but it's a lot heavier. You're getting a slightly larger volume with this one. I believe this one is 11 pounds and this one is 10 pounds. I just want to mention about the cases that you get with these things. They're built incredibly heavy duty. They got MOLLE webbing all around, really heavy duty metal handle on it, and it's got these really thick number 10 YKK zippers. Another important thing is that you get an adapter with the Gas Growler Deluxe and the X Comp that you can use with your smaller propane appliances that have this smaller adapter on it. So this is going to allow you to convert the big propane tank to be used with things like the Mr. heater. Okay, small vehicle, mid-size vehicle, large vehicle, overland style. That's what you want. Go check out the Gas Growler Suite. I'll post a link in the description below. Get 10% off using coupon code SURVIVORPREPPER. So let's say you stray off the beaten path and you got to find your way back home, or you need to communicate with the civilized world and you don't have any cell phone access. What do you do? Well, you need a satellite communication device. Over the years, these devices have evolved. Of course, now we have the Starlink, which you can use on your homestead. You can get the version that's not geolocked, so you can take it to different places in the middle of nowhere, or you can even get the one that actually roams, so you can use it whilst it's mounted on your vehicle while you are driving down the road. But that one is going to cost you around $3,000. There are, of course, other more portable and limited satellite communicators that you can get. Many people are familiar with the Garmin InReach brand. Now, there's other competition that has hit the market that accesses the same Iridium satellite network as the Garmin InReach system, and that are things like this Bivy stick here. So the cool thing about this Bivy stick is that it's going to allow you to basically send emails, send text messages, and like all of these systems, they're all subscription based. There's not one that I know of that's a satellite communicator where you don't have to pay for a monthly service fee. Usually it's between $20 and $30. So of course you're only going to want to get this if you're spending a lot of time outdoors. The interesting features of the Bivy stick are that it's incredibly lightweight. It has that SOS feature, and if you push that button, the service called Global Rescue will send somebody there to rescue you. It's very durable, so it's IPX8, I believe, or IPX7. If you have one of these for each member of your party and you say put it on their backpack, there's some interesting software that will show you where they are in real time, and depending on the amount that you ping, that depends on the amount that you pay. So the Bivy Stick allows for two-way text messaging via the global Iridium satellite network when cellular and Wi-Fi coverage is unavailable. It comes with its own dedicated phone number and email address upon activation. It has a cool feature called Group Track that allows for group messaging and tracking of up to 12 Bivy sticks simultaneously. This will provide all the members of your group with the ability to monitor the locations and participate in group chats while you're off the grid. So while the Starlink will allow you to connect with the internet and sometimes in incredible speeds, the only way that whole party of people who are spread out there in the wilderness can communicate with one another is if they all have their own satellite communicators. Well, if they all have their own Bivy stick, they can communicate internally via limited text messaging. So that's a pretty cool device that just hit the market. Go check it out. All right, so if you guys want any of the products that we talked about today, go and check out the link in the description below. And if there's anything you would like me to review, please leave it in the comments section below and we'll see what we can do. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Canadian Prepper out.
The best way to support this channel is to support yourself by gearing up at CanadianPreparedness.com, where you'll find high-quality survival gear at the best prices, no junk, and no gimmicks. Use discount code PREPPINGGEAR for 10% off. Don't forget, the strong survive, but the prepared thrive. Stay safe.